This is Kevin McGavro, and I'm going to talk to you about how to prepare your data for import and then actually how to do the import as well. So there are a few things that are going on here. Some of the major things that you need to make sure that you're doing is when you've got the first name, right? So I just changed that to given name. You want to make sure that your first name and your last name are separated into separate columns, right? You don't need a middle name. You don't need all the extra fields. Just the fields that you need are the ones that you want to put in here. But a lot of times when you export from another system, you end up with fields that you don't necessarily need. You can keep them in here. I will show you how to do the import later. But ultimately, you just want to make sure that things like first name and last name are in separate fields. Then when we come over here, let's say to address, for example, you can have the full street address in one field, and then you have the city, state, and zip in other fields. Okay, same with phone number. You could put the entire phone number into a field, and the email, you want that in a field as well. But let's say, for example, over here we've got grade level. Okay, so this person is going to be a junior. Before originally it said suffix, but I changed it to grade level just to show you how you can add a custom field in while you are doing your import. Also, you have the ability to create tags as well. So if you have tags that you want to apply to somebody upon import, you can do that just by adding the tags here and just put a comma between each tag that you want to add to any individual person. Or if the entire list is going to have one tag, you can just make sure that everybody has the same tag, or you can also import or create tags upon import as well. So let's go ahead and take a look. Here is our CSV file. Okay, so again, this is just Excel, but I saved it as a .csv. That's what we need in order to do the import. So let's jump into Infusionsoft and talk about where the import happens. You want to go to the main navigation, then you're going to go to admin, and then just come down to import data. While you're in import data, you want to go ahead and select contacts and then click go. You can see the sample CSV that I've downloaded, but you've seen that in the video. Now I'm going to go ahead and click browse, and I'm going to add that to the list. Then I'll click next. And here is where everything starts to make sense. It's going to look and say, okay, given name, that's what's on the spreadsheet, but we don't recognize what that means. So here you click this, and you would come down to first name. Okay, so then we're going to come down here to grade level. It doesn't recognize that, so we're going to come down here and we're going to click add a custom field. From here, we can create a new custom field. We can decide what kind of field we want it to be. I'll just leave it as a text field and save and add this field. Okay, and so now everything else is already matched, but if they weren't, again, I can come through and just match all these fields and then click next. Okay, it's asking me to match a few other things. Asking me if I want to send emails to these contacts. I do. It tells me what is required for that. Now it's showing me all the data for the contacts that I have imported. And then down here it says run some other actions. So here, if I forgot to apply tags, it will give me an opportunity to create a brand new tag here or apply other tags that are already in my system just by clicking that. Then I would click done, and all the contacts would be imported into the system. That's it for how to prepare your data and import contacts into Infusionsoft.